I'm going to leave this up for a moment. All right, Padres win in Denver 13-9. It's an amazing jumping off point. Make your way in, all right? Get in here. Let's talk about it. At the end of the day, it is a win at Coors Field, which has truly been a house of horrors because we went through the numbers today, and John and Jim. The Padres coming into tonight are 38 games under 500 in that building. I know, John, Colorado's historically bad. They led 13-2. Don't let Wandy Peralta ruin your night. So they win 13-9. So make your way in, subscribe, smash the like button. We need 400 likes in this video. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the supers like this one from Beaver Whiskers. It's so appropriate. And thank you for the memberships. Click join down below. We'll get to all the super chats. Just click the $ below the chat box. So Jim puts out a video like 3 games ago saying how good this bullpen is, and then does the whole 4 horsemen thing, although the 4 horsemen weren't responsible for tonight. He says, since Jim started glazing the bullpen and coined the 4 horsemen moniker, the Padres bullpen is a 22.5 ERA. Yes, that's the real number. Would you like to reply?
Look, did I jinx the shit out of the bullpen the last couple nights? Probably. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know what I thought I heard. Let me just text Kristen real quick.
What happened?
I don't know.
Someone break into your house?
No, but I thought I heard Jones.
Are you freaking out?
Do your talk. Let me just check on Jones.
Okay.
It's like going back to like 2021 when he was like 3.
Right, but instead now he's like 6. So he's a big boy. Did I kind of jinx the bullpen the last 3 nights? Sure. Yeah. If you want to say that, go ahead. It's fine. I'll take the blame. I'm man enough to take blame for a jinx. Sure. But Wandy Peralta has been involved in 2 of those awful blow-ups. One tonight and Tuesday night. I was never talking about Wandy Peralta.
I'm just going to get a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay, great. Just leave the show. Go get some food too while you're at it. Now, did Jason Adam give up the 2-run homer yesterday or 2 nights ago in New York? Yeah, he did. He did. But you know what? They had a chance to win that game. Okay, they had a chance to win that game, and it didn't come through. Didn't blow the game. He just blew the lead. They still had a chance to win that game. Wandy Peralta and whatever the bullpen was tonight, like it was all C-teamers. Like, get Sean Reynolds out there off of IL. Get Alec Jacob out there. Get Wandy Peralta out there. You're never going to see these guys in any meaningful games at all. You're just not. They are mop-up duty when the team is trailing by 2, 3, 4 runs. Wandy Peralta has lost that privilege of being in a game when the score is like they're up by a run or so. So, geez, how long did it take you to get a drink?
I had to go downstairs because I wanted to get a kombucha.
Took you like 20 minutes. Were you listening the whole time?
I heard the whole thing because I got my earbuds in. You were saying that this isn't the A team, it's not the B team, it's the C team.
Right.
But here's what the one that you're right. I mean, let's just fast forward and let's say they're in the postseason. You're not going to see, Wandy Peralta in any meaningful inning. But I would say that in the regular season, you got to count on these guys to avoid Robert Suarez appearing in a game.
That's what, yeah.
So they kind of did in the team and the A team by not pitching effectively. Now, there's factors in play, in my opinion. It's this shit Rockies team on some random night. You probably take it for granted once you go up 13-2 in the 8th inning.
Right.
And they creep back into a game that forces Robert Suarez into the mound. It's not going to happen every single game that you have this large lead and then all of a sudden Robert Suarez is out there. By the way, it happened last year, Jim. We talked about it 4 or 5 times that happened last year, and they still won 93 games. So I don't think it's worth completely overreacting to it because we wanted to see the offense come to life. That's what we said, and it did. And, okay, so the bullpen's come back to earth for the last 3 days, but we're not talking about Jeremiah Estrada and Robert Suarez and the 4 horsemen. We're talking about Wandy Peralta.
Well, by the way, Robert Suarez threw 2 pitches tonight, game over. So if I really did jinx this bullpen to hell, that they could have blown the game tonight, and Robert Suarez should have given up 4 runs there in the ninth.
Yeah, you got the tying run in the on deck circle. Like, he could have lost this game, and this certainly game could still be going on with one bad moment in there.
So it's not not
gonna.
like is it stupid that Robert Suarez had to come in that game? Yeah. Should Alec Jacob and Wandy Peralta and Sean Reynolds, close that game out? Like, yeah, they should. That was not a good night by those 3 guys. It kind of makes the Randy Vasquez night seem a little better, right? For what he did. But everybody took their foot off the gas there. They took out Manny. They took out Tatis. They took out Bogey. Like,
as they should have.
It was like the 6th inning. You're like, this game is so
over, man. It was so over. We're both sitting there. I'm sitting there with like volume off. I'm watching Netflix, some murder, because Kristen has seen every one that's ever happened. And then all of a sudden, it's 13-9 in the 9th inning.
Right.
So
it's such a Coors type of thing where you're like, what the hell just happened? But luckily they got the win and they didn't have to deal with an epic Coors loss.
Well, and you brought up the point today when you ran through like the Rockies scores. They actually haven't had that many Coors games this year. They had a 12-11 game earlier this year that they lost.
This is a Coors game. This
was a Coors game, and you're gonna run into one. The Padres play 2 series there per year now. It used to be 3. If you're playing 3 series there, of course there's going to be a bizarre game or 2. And I think even playing 2 series there, this is how it works. And I mean, here is the good news: offensively, 16 hits.
13
and
runs.
The way they started this game with 4 consecutive hits, even Bogart's hitting into a double play, hit the ball 107 miles per hour off his bat, and they just kept adding on. Merrill, right? Sheets, big inning after big inning.
You build a 13.
Yeah, I mean, you build a 13-2 lead. What are you asking for? You want another 6 runs, or you want the bullpen to be perfect? Of course, everyone agrees. You'd prefer to win at 13-5. Like, if you're going to be leaky, allow 2 runs, not 7.
Yeah.
But end of the day, Jim, we said, listen, I'll say it right now. I think after winning game 1, you get grittier.
Yeah.
I've been saying for 2 days that I think you take the series and move on because it's a road series and you get a 6-3 road trip. This team is so historically bad. It doesn't guarantee Saturday or Sunday. But you should be thinking about going for the jugular, so to speak, and not just winning the series, but winning all 3 games of the series. Easier said than done. I'm not saying it's some inevitability. I'm not. I've covered baseball my whole life. I understand baseball. Even awful teams win games. And Colorado at home should not be 4-15. I'm sorry. If that holds true all year that they play at that winning percentage at home, that's effing crazy to me. But I say at this point, the Padres are it's not even close. The Padres are so much of a better team and have played so well to start the year that it's very conceivable to ask for 2 more wins.
Like, I know we started with the bullpen tonight, but that's not the takeaway from tonight's game. It's the offense. It's 100% the offense. I'm not going to let Sean Reynolds, Wandy Peralta, and Alec Jacob sucking to take away from the fact that tonight was the 2nd time this year where they scored 10+ runs. And by the way, this is the most runs they scored in a game all year long. So, yeah, I'm not going to let those 3 guys that came out of the bullpen that could not hold that lead and forced Schulte to bring in Robert Suarez to take away from the fact that the offense tonight is the story. They got right at Coors Field, and hopefully it continues through the weekend, because guess what? They're now fully healthy as far as the lineup goes. And I know it's Coors Field. They weren't hitting home run after home run, but still, the first game back with the full lineup, they put 13 runs on the board. Now it is the Rockies, and they're awful. I get that. But it would have been concerning if tonight you get a full lineup back, and all of a sudden it's like they barely can muster 4 or 5 runs.
Yeah, spot on. Jackson Merrill's hitting .420. He had 3 hits tonight.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's been incredible. And, we've been so hard, and I think a lot of it is fair. The catching situation over 162, it's not going to look good OPS-wise if it's Maldonado, in there and Diaz in there. But they've combined to hit 5 home runs, Jim, in less than a quarter
Incredible.
of the year.
Did not expect that.
Yeah, they're pacing to like hit 22-ish, 23-ish combined home runs. I mean, it's a massive number. Now, again, listen, there'll be deficiencies in there on offense. They're not going to hit for average. It's not going to look pretty. But again, for a team that really has lacked slug, think about that. 5 of their home runs have come from catchers, 5 of their 31. Like, that's kind of a higher ratio than anyone would have envisioned. And then you just look at this lineup. We've been asking for this team to get back healthy, and Arise, right, hitless at Yankee Stadium, 3 hits. Machado is scorching hot. I mean, just scorching hot. 9-game hitting streak. Obviously, Merrillson's coming back. Looks like the same Merrill when he left. Gavin Sheets, what a huge night for Gavin Sheets with the bases clearing double. So I agree with you on the story of the night's the offense. I asked for 20 runs in the series, and I completely undersold it. I mean, that they're going to have to score 30 runs in the series. That's 17 runs in the next 2 games. Yeah. And I think it's at least possible or plausible. But yeah, it's a great start offensively.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. Like, if you were to say, all right, they got 13 runs tonight, and they only hit 1 home run. Guess who hit the home run? I would not have guessed Martin Maldonado. Like, I just wouldn't.
No way.
So they got contributions from everybody tonight. Even Jason Hayward came through. So it was definitely, from the offensive standpoint, like a get right game, and hopefully a get right series for some guys on offense. And you're right, Gavin Sheets tonight, huge night from Gavin Sheets. And you know, if that ball is, I don't know, 6 feet to the left of the first baseman in the first inning, they might put up close to 20 runs today.
Yeah, you're talking about Bogaerts?
Yeah, bases loaded with 1 out. Or
Nobody
with no
out. I mean, if that gets through the right side, I mean, he hit it hard enough that it should have been a hit, but it was at a fielder. You're right. I mean, if that's a base hit, give him another 3+ runs probably in the first inning. So yeah, it's encouraging. And you brought up the point whenever it was, I think after the Pirates series, where you're like, people ask for like the moon and then they expect like the stars, if that makes sense. And you could sweep the Pirates and be like, well, it's not a good team. And then tonight it's like, well, you can beat the Rockies and you can pad out 16 hits. And you say, well, your bullpen though, man, it's come back to earth. No, they won 13-9. I mean, you won a major league game by 4 runs that they took everyone out of, to your point. And if you played this game in the postseason, you beat them 20-0. You know, like if this game actually mattered tonight, like you had to win the game, this was the last game of the year, they wouldn't have treated it the same way. So, and Randy Vasquez, by the way, who had the high whip and has been walking everyone, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, was in complete control.
Pitched great.
Goes 6 innings. That's another story for the Padres. Randy Vasquez and his, general effectiveness by and large. You look at the body of work; he's got a 3.76 ERA.
Yeah, he pitched great tonight, and you're absolutely right. Like, did we come on here and talk about the bullpen first? Like, yeah, we did, but it's not something I'm not just. Guess what? Once we're on the wrap-up show tonight, doesn't even cross my mind. I'm not even upset about it. I don't even care. The 3 guys that didn't pitch well tonight, whatever, doesn't matter. Like, getting the win is the most important thing. I said today on John and Jim. Even if you got 1-0 wins, would it be a little odd at Coors Field? Like, yeah, but the W is the most important thing. You just get as many W's as you can against the Colorado Rockies this year, and then you just say peace out, bye. Just that's the whole thing here. So you guys should not be, after tonight's game, be like, can't believe that Robert Suarez is in that game. Was it stupid that he was in the game? Yeah, but you know what? He threw 2 pitches and got the job done, and it was game over.
Yeah, it's going to happen over a year. You're going to get a closer in a game that you don't want him to be into. It's absolutely going to be a part of it. It's part of the job. All right, please subscribe, guys, if you're here. Let's reset for a moment. Subscribe. We are here for you in season and out of season. We appreciate the super chats. Just click the $sign below the chat box. We'll get to all of them. I don't know what this means from No Mama, but
I don't know
thank you.
Bring back.
That's Brian like, G. Is this like for a treasure hunt? I feel like that's like a code to like, I don't even know what that means.
Bing bong.
Yeah, but thank you. We will get to all the super chats here tonight. Smash the like button, follow us on X, And yeah, at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. I see what people are talking about in the chat, the fact that the Dodgers in this wonky game in Arizona have gone back and forth all night long. They trailed 11-8 into the ninth and have scored 6 runs in Arizona to take a 14-11 lead. The game is not over. They're midway through the ninth. 14-11 is the Dodgers' lead. Now, if the Dodgers lose this game, they now have a 3-run lead. If they lose this game, the teams would be technically tied. Again, it's so early for that, but I understand following along. I mean, the Padres have played so well at 24-13, but the whole division has. San Francisco's been awesome. The Dodgers have been really good. Arizona's been good enough. So it's been a kind of a wild night in the NOS with San Diego winning by 13-9, and now this Dodger Diamondback game 14-11 in the ninth inning. It's all good either way. If the Diamondbacks lose, they lose. If the Dodgers lose, they lose. You know, it's so early in the year that I wouldn't concern myself overly with the result. I mean, I'm kind of curious at the score, 14-11, but I'm not overly concerned about the result.
Real quick, what was Rocky's line in that game?
Roki went 4 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs.
Dodged a bullet?
I mean, in year one, he's got a 4.72. I think the point is valid. He only threw 61 pitches. Now, Ohtani in this game is 3 for 6 with 4 RBIs, no home run.
Look, over the course of Rocky's career, would I have liked Roky for the next 6 seasons? Like, yeah. I would put him with Ruben Niebla. But as we said, like Nick Pivetta, yeah, he's going to help you way more than Roki Sasaki in his first year. And by the way, there is concern there with Roki where dude's throwing 102 last year, and now he's only throwing 94, and no one's swinging and missing on that fastball.
What's that? And remember, the big pitch was like, how do you like make me throw harder? Remember, he like asked all the teams, like, how can you like make me a better pitcher?
Yeah, Dodgers are. It's funny because the Dodgers don't really scream to me like pitching, like the massive pitching development from. I mean, all their dudes get hurt. Like 100%. All of them get hurt.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so whatever. If the Dodgers win the game, they win the game. I mean, listen, there's so many games. I'm much more concerned in the first half of the year about how the Padres are playing. There'll be a time, I promise this year, Jim, right? I mean, there's going to be a time come August. It might even be before that, but we'll be in August. If the Padres are fortunate enough to be a game up or a game back August 5th, absolutely we'll be talking about it.
Yeah.
You got to get there. And no division's ever been won on May 9th or before Mother's Day. So whatever happens, happens.
And you know how you get there is you just take care of your business and you sweep the Rockies and you keep winning series, right? And you just worry about yourself and you get as healthy as you possibly can. And the way that the Padres are playing, if they continue to play just good baseball, I'm not saying that this massive clip, but like just play good baseball, they're going to be in it with the Dodgers. I do not envision the Dodgers winning like 20 of 21 games. I mean, they could do it, but again,
No, I agree. That's crazy.
I think that if anything, that the Padres will be within striking distance of the Dodgers if they just take care of their own business here and they stay relatively healthy and, win series against bad teams and don't have like these massive slip ups and whatnot. Like, I just feel like this division, Padres, Dodgers, Giants, that could, I mean, even the Diamondbacks too, but still, like those 4 teams are going to be within striking distance of each other all year long. Couple games here, couple games there. I don't envision anything crazy like a 14 or 15 game lead in the division for any team.
I agree. I hope you're right. I mean, unless it's the Padres that somehow run away with the division, it's going to be too hard. These teams are too good. I just don't see how you get 14 games in front of the LA Dodgers, and hopefully the Padres are able to stay within arm's reach of LA if LA starts playing,
and arm's reach
off 9 of 10.
And arm's reach is like 4, 5, 6 games.
Yeah. I mean, you get further than like 6 back of a team like the LA Dodgers, and you're probably in trouble. But so far, so good. So far, so good. We're going to get back to the conversation in a moment. Some updates on Yu Darvish. Padres are going to be back home on Monday. There's a lot to react to. Jake Cronenworth's return. We need to react to that. But first, we do need to remind you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz. He's been with us since day one on the wrap-up show. If you support our channel, please support Mark. He's got every insurance need you have covered. I've got homeowners and life and earthquake insurance. He's got auto for you. So before you renew your policy, get in contact with Mark. He's going to save you money. And then when you need him, he's going to be there for you. And you can trust me on that because I needed him a couple of years ago. And anytime I reach out, he's there immediately for me. Lifelong Padres fan, native San Diegan, free quotes online by clicking the link in the description down below, or call Mark. He'll talk to you about the Padres. He loves the Padres. He'll talk to you about saving money on your insurance as well. But a great insurance agent with outstanding service and communication. And if you support our work, please support our title sponsor since day one, folks. He's been with us for 4 years. Support Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is on the ticker below, mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
I think it was nice when we looked at this lineup today, Jim, and we saw it just kind of fit in better when you put Bogaerts, not as a cleanup hitter, but as a 5 or 6 hole hitter, and you put Cronenworth as a 6 hole hitter, and you move Gavin Sheets down. Like Sheets was batting like second like a week ago. Now he's batting seventh. Cronenworth in this game, by the way, walks a pair of times, goes 1 for 3, scores 2 runs, has a RBI, like pretty impactful return for Jake Cronenworth. He's got his 900 OPS, by the way. I know it's a small sample, like Merrill, but he's got a 900 OPS in the start that he's had this year.
Yeah, this is the lineup that you feel the most comfortable with, obviously. Are there still holes in the lineup? Like, yeah, but they're not starting in the 5 hole. Even though Bogaerts is there, it's nice to see behind Bogey Cronenworth. And then it's nice to see Gavin Sheets, instead of hitting 4th or 2nd, hitting 7th, putting the guys in their place. And that's when Gavin Sheets really took off, was when he was hitting the bottom of the lineup this year. And when he got moved up to hitting 2nd and cleanup, it wasn't as impactful. So, do I want them to go out and get a better hitting left fielder? Yes. Do I want them to get a better hitting catcher? Obviously, yes. But like you said, I mean, the catching spot's got 5 home runs this year combined. And if they had combined 20 home runs this year, take that in a second. Right. So the lineup definitely looks a lot better. And it's a nice confidence boost when the first game back for everybody, they put up 13 runs. And oh, by the way, it's nice that they played at Coors Field today too.
Yeah, and we've said this so many times over the years, like beat bad teams, San Diego. And sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. They've had years where they've been good. I would second half last year, they were beating everyone. They've had years where they haven't been very good against bad teams. And so far, I would say so good. I know they were swept at home by Tampa. I don't think Tampa is anything like Colorado. They could win the division in the AL East before it's all said and done. So you've swept a team like Pittsburgh. You've won 4 straight against Colorado. That's encouraging to me because, yeah, they've played well against good teams too. Like they beat Atlanta to start the year, swept Atlanta, for example, swept Cleveland. But we've said so many times, beat bad teams. And this Padres team, so far, so good in terms of taking care of bad teams.
And for this division especially, I know it's a more balanced schedule. You're not facing the Rockies like 18 times in a season. It'd be even more true if they were. So they're only facing them, what, 12?
Yeah, I don't know if it's 12 or 13, but one or the other.
Let's just say 13.
Yep.
Say all teams in the National League West
are 13.
Are 13, right? Whoever has the best record against the Rockies this year, like that's going to be a huge advantage. Like whoever beats up on the Rockies, say the Padres go, say they play them 13 times, say they go 10-3 against them.
Yeah, or better,
right? Say they go 12-1, 11-2, all right? That's kind of where you want to sit, because if you go, 8-6 against them, and then the Dodgers go 12-1 against them, well, there's, 4 games that you just lost there because they beat up on the Rockies and you didn't.
Yes, that's a great point and could be a difference. And by the way, these teams don't meet again until September. So I looked it up. It's 13 games. They meet 7 times in 10 days in September
Oh,
at
that's going to be
Colorado.
huge.
Yeah, at Colorado for the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then home for a 4-gamer the 11th through the 14th. I mean, this is over 3 months away. It's closer to 4 months than 3 months. Who the hell knows what Colorado looks like, Dan? Who the hell knows? I mean, they can't look worse than this, but we'll see. Manny McNuggets, thank you, man, for the super chat. He had a couple of them. One I didn't want to pull up because it's just, I can't, unfortunately, Manny, but thank you. And he says, sorry for the inappropriate chat. Love you guys. We love you too. Thank you, man, for your support of the channel. But yeah, you're right. I mean, one of those teams out of LA, San Diego, and San Francisco will play, not as well as the other two teams potentially. And that could be a difference if the division is going to be within 4 or 5 games of, these teams are all within 4 or 5 games of each other.
And I know all of them haven't played the Rockies a lot this year, but that playing the Rockies this year is definitely going to help all the teams in the National League West get to like pretty high win mark. Like if the Rockies win, say the Rockies win 38 games this year.
Yep.
Okay. It's that's a possibility.
Yep.
Then just by default, you would think, unless they somehow win a lot of games against the NL West, that's not happening. By default, the Dodgers, Padres, Giants, and D-backs are going to benefit so much from that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the National League Central last year. Royals, Cleveland, Detroit. How much they benefited from playing the White Sox?
Yeah, they beat up on them.
Yeah, without the White Sox, those teams, only one of those teams make the postseason, maybe.
Yeah.
Not all three.
Right. I'm just looking at Kevin's post-game article here. Rockies, to your point, I mean, who knows if they even get to 38 wins? I think it's kind of a joke to even say. What's that?
Is that too high for you?
I mean, they're 6-32. It's tied for the worst start in baseball history with the 1988 Orioles, who started 0-21. I mean, this team is anemic, and that's probably a disservice. They've allowed 10-plus runs, Jim, in 3 straight games. We watched the 2 last night.
I'm
right.
They're awful, but I'm shocked that many people went to the game tonight with the Nuggets playing as well.
How many people did they announce? Because it was legit. I mean, it was a good crowd.
There are a lot of Padres fans there, as there should have been.
They announced 30,490 for a team.
Was it a giveaway night?
6. It's Friday night. I mean, it's downtown. Denver's a good sports town. Coors Field's been a good draw historically, but
so
you're right. I mean,
30,000 there, and then they also put 20,000 in wherever the Nuggets play tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like a good crowd.
Yeah, it was. Wow.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I'm completely with you. John, thank you, man, for the super chat. Guys, if you are here, over 300 of you are here live right now. Please subscribe. We need to get to 8,500 subscribers, so we could really use your help if you are here. We have year-round content for you in season and out of season, so please subscribe if you are here. Smash the like button, and thank you for the super chats like this one from John. Just click the $ below the chat box. We're about 75 subscribers away from 8,500, so we could use you guys tonight live or on replay. He says, got to give Sheets some love. Dude has been under the radar and is holding his own. Love the hat, John. Where did you get it? This has come up a couple of times. We met a young woman downtown, Smashing Designs. We were there opening day for the home opener, and she's got 50 different hat designs. So Smashing Designs, you can find them online. And Gavin Sheets has had a really nice resurgence for a guy that was essentially cut. He wasn't offered a contract by the White Sox. Consider that. Essentially cut to be an everyday player, or platooning, but quasi everyday player for the San Diego Padres, and he's had some impactful moments. It's been a nice month and a half for Gavin Sheets.
Do you think the Pope has thought about Gavin Sheets at all, in his life?
See, I think the Pope was more like a 2000s, 2010s White Sox guy, but once you get towards the top of you're going to be the next Pope, it's probably a little more Pope talk and a little less White Sox, especially when they go 41 and 121, right?
Well, in that athletic article today, didn't he talk about watching Villanova basketball recently?
He was texting the associate AD at Villanova, who he's known for 27 years, he would text the chaplain for Villanova to talk about the Knicks because of all the former Villanova players and to talk about Villanova games.
Do you think the
Like,
do you
that's
think
insane.
the do you think the new pope has blessed the Knicks like secretly?
Maybe at one point previously, but it didn't work. But maybe it's working now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not working for the White Sox.
No, but I mean, he took care of business when he was at the 05 World Series.
I know.
Guys. I mean, that's insane.
I know. He's already performed one miracle in his life. So
I love the line of like clearly you still believe in God if you were a White Sox fan last year, going 41 and 121.
right. Yeah. If you went through an entire season of watching a 41 win White Sox team and you still believe in God, like respect, bro.
Like you do wonder the next time the White Sox are mentioned to the Pope. Like, how does it come up next in conversation? You meet with an American leader, and he's like, "Hey, heard you're a White Sox fan." Like, I mean, the whole thing's fascinating.
They've already interviewed like all of his brothers.
Yep.
And they were interviewing one of his brothers, and he actually like called during the interview, like his brother.
Wait, the Pope called his brother?
Yeah. He's like, hey, just let you know, like we're being recorded. You might want to call back later. He's like, okay. It was like a FaceTime, dude. The Pope is just like FaceTiming his brother. He's like, what's up, man? How you doing?
Dude, that's incredible. That's incredible.
I am so fascinated with I'm so fascinated
We're
with
just gonna start a channel.
Vatican wrap-up talk. Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's American and because he's a sports fan and because there's a million memes out there that I think are hilarious. But I am just.
If we did a Vatican wrap-up, would we be like, man, that mass? You gotta like, come on, man. Like,
yeah, dude.
We're critical.
That song towards the end, like, gotta be better.
We'd be so ridiculous.
Yeah, the communion. Like, what are we doing here, guys?
Oh man. Alejandro, thank you for the super chat. Alejandro says, great win tonight. Want to start a discussion. Greater moment in San Diego, buzzer beater, or you want to have this conversation? It's a decent night for that conversation. Here's the deal. Let's talk about that for a minute on the other side. What's the bigger moment? Lamont Butler or Jake Cronenworth? Let's have that conversation in a moment. I'm happy. You picked the right guy to have the conversation with, but I probably picked the wrong chat to have the conversation with to make my point. We do want to remind you about our friends over at SeatGeek, by the way, because the Padres are coming home Monday to take on the Angels, and you can get there and you can take $20 off thanks to our friends at SeatGeek. We've hooked you guys up, as you know. You can use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. You're getting $20 off your first order at SeatGeek of $50 or more. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code PADSWRAP. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account. You can use it later. We thank SeatGeek, whatever it is, Padres, Breeders' Cup, concerts like tonight. You know, Elton John's going on. You could have picked up Elton John tickets. Whatever it is, Shakira concerts at Snapdragon, SDFC. So use the promo code, take the $20 off your order of $50 or more, thanks to our friends at SeatGeek.
Yeah, and with SeatGeek being MLB's official ticket marketplace, your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. Just open up the SeatGeek app. It's very simple to use. SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. So you're going to know, if you have a good deal or not. So look for green dots. Green means good. Red means bad. Use our promo code to get $20 off your first purchase, $50 or more. PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. You see it in the screen there, PADSWRAP.
I mean, listen, I think I know what the chat would say regarding Alejandro's question. I just pinned a poll to the top of the live chat. Bigger moment, Lamont Butler at the buzzer, Jake Cronenworth against the Dodgers in 2022. I think you honestly, like, it's been a couple years now. I think you can make a case for either, truthfully. I understand the Cronenworth thing was massive. It was against the Dodgers, took them to the NLCS. It was massive, huge moment, huge moment. And I think most people understand that Lamont Butler's shot was a massive, huge moment. So it probably depends on, what's your favorite team or sport, what matters more to you, where was more on the line. But I mean, I could make a case for both, truthfully, because I wouldn't want to disparage either, truthfully. I think they both stand on their own. Like, I don't need to make an argument for Lamont Butler. I don't need to make an argument for Jake Cronenworth. I think they speak for themselves. I think they are among the bigger moments in San Diego sports history. You could probably go back 25 or 50 years, and they'd be among the bigger sports moments in San Diego sports history. That's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, and some people that are Padres fans might not be Aztecs fans,
Correct.
Like college athletics, just because you're in a town with a college sports team means you have to be a fan of that team. What if you went to a different school? Why would I be a fan of the Aztecs if I went to like USC? Right? So with that, it's gonna be either or, Sophie's choice. But if you're just talking about singular sports moments in the town, like take away the fandom part, take away all that stuff, like just the singular sports moments, it's Lamont Butler, because that was a game winner to send them to the national championship game. The Jake Cronenworth hit was not a game winner. It gave them the lead that they ended up keeping to beat the Dodgers. That was in the National League Division Series, not the NLCS to send them to the World Series. So with that, it's Lamont Butler, followed by, look, if I want to go back even further, like moments, I know that we all hate the Chargers here, me included, but that stop at the goal line in Pittsburgh to send them to the Super Bowl.
Right, we're going back, but yeah.
Garvey.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Braves clincher 98.
Yeah, but that wasn't a moment.
That's
I mean,
a game.
that was
You're right.
it was a game.
That's right.
It wasn't like Greg Vaughn hit a 2-run homer in the ninth inning to give them the lead, and then Trevor came and shut it down.
Well, that's my point, I guess. Let's be clear. From a national perspective, there's no comparison, because the Final Four is going to stand head and shoulders above any NLDS in the history of baseball by and large. You know what I mean? Like, how many people nationally, if we were doing the show right now with only people in Atlanta, does anyone in Atlanta know who Jake Cronenworth is?
Not a lot.
You know what I mean? Where I think a lot of people, if they watched Butler's shot, would recognize the shot. I think if a lot of sports fans watch Cronenworth's hit against the Dodgers there in the NLDS, I don't think they'd necessarily put it all together. I think they do in Southern California. If they're a Padres fan, I don't know if it resonates in Milwaukee or Philadelphia. So that's just my 2 cents. Now, I think from a San Diego sports fandom perspective, the Padres are immensely popular. You don't need me to tell you that. They're drawing as well as any team in the sport. I mean, they completely have this city wrapped around their fingers. So the Jake Cronenworth moment against a rival like the Dodgers is massive. There's no doubt about it. It would have been more massive. I've always made this point. Same thing with Lamont. Brian Dutcher made this point. Cronenworth's remembered way differently if the Padres go on and win the World Series. It's a completely different conversation.
Yeah.
And I think Lamont Butler's shot has even more relevance if the Aztecs beat Connecticut on that Monday night. So that's what I would say about both the plays. Neither of them were World Series Game 7 or National Championship Monday night.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer when you think about the history of San Diego sports.
And not a ton, man.
I'm like, all right, 84 Garvey home run. You got 94 or 95, I think it was, the goal line stand in Pittsburgh. 98 run to the World Series. And then you go all the way to the 2022 series against the Dodgers, run to the NLCS, and then the Final Four with the Aztecs. And truthfully,
those are the moments.
And maybe some Chargers moments in the 2009 or whatever it was, but
yep.
The 14-2 Chargers team that
then they lost.
Yeah, they lost, and I think it was 14-2.
Yeah, it was 14-2.
Yeah, the Marty day. I mean, so I literally just counted the biggest sports moments on my hand.
Yeah, if we're missing it, let us know what you think are the biggest moments in San Diego sports history. Just put it in the chat. We'll try to pull a couple up over the course of the night. Let's get back to some of these super chats. And thank you. Very good question, by the way, from Alejandro. I love questions like that. And if you want to get involved, or if you want to, again, have your super on screen, just click the $ below the chat box, like HBBV, who says, Stan Kroenke building a venue in San Diego. Maybe we get the NBA.
John has a better chance of
Oh, I got to
buying.
show off my cards later.
I know. I think I saw some people in the chat that wanted to see that. John has a better chance of like buying a random pack of cards and pulling like a, I don't know, autographed like booster Jackson Merrill card
I want those. Also
or
tonight
whatever
too,
it is.
driving home, I was watching card videos driving home.
Why? You're driving.
I was listening, but I remember I want some freaking Kobe stuff, dude, in my collection. Now my collection right now is nothing. It's just
No,
this
you have
one box
something.
that Jim bought today. But yeah. Anyway, the NBA is not coming to San Diego. We could have a $1 billion arena. They've been boxed out. The Clippers building the Intuit Dome. The NBA is not coming to San Diego, not at any time in the near future.
No chance.
They've already been here. You guys may recall. Ishmael, thank you. Let's not take our players out tomorrow and score 20 runs. Okay. I get it. It's a long year. And all of a sudden, the off days are going to be shrinking. They're going to have stretches where they're playing 13 consecutive days. I think they have a couple of those actually coming up at some point in May. So you got a veteran team. Guys like Manny Machado, when they've earned a half night off, in my opinion, with a 13-2 lead. And you got to keep this team healthy. So 162 guys is so absurdly long that when you can get guys off their feet, I think you do it. But hopefully they can score 20 runs tomorrow too.
Yeah, come on. They took them out when they're up 13-2.
Yeah, I think you basically have to, Otherwise, they're like, what are we doing in this game?
Right.
Talon, thank you. He says, worst moment in San Diego sports history, Spanos, not on a website giving us middle finger going to lame. Remember that first logo they put out?
Yeah, it was
awful. So bad. Yeah, it wasn't great. Talon, thank you, man. JD's third says, what's our bullpen ERA? Mike loves Wandy. Why? I think bullpen's ERA is still pretty damn good. I don't know if it's number one, Jim, but it's probably still top 2.
Yeah, it's still a good bullpen, guys. Let's not overreact here just yet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree to that. And then John Field saying, better Padres season 2022 or 2024, Jim?
2022.
I agree. It's about the end result.
Yep. Sorry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought that regular season stretch last year was awesome. That's among their best regular season stretches. It was fun. But that's like saying that, same thing with college basketball. If the Aztecs go 30-2 and lose in the first round, that's not as good as going 26-6 and making the Final Four. Like you can't spin it. I would say the same thing about baseball. Like if you could go 110, and does anyone remember the Mariners 116 win team? No.
Yeah. 2024 regular season might have been more fun.
Yeah, it was great.
And it was a better regular season than 2022. But not even close. The 2022 postseason was infinitely more fun than the 2024 postseason.
Yeah, no doubt. There were some good moments in 2024 postseason. There were also some awful moments, like the way the postseason ended. And unfortunately, that's a part of the story that, I get. I don't want to relive either, but it's part of the story.
And for everyone that hates Bob Melvin, he
got the team to the NLCS.
Got the team to the NLCS. Let's get Schulte, have Schulte take the team to the NLCS. Not choke away a 2-1 lead.
It is weird that some of the most revered teams don't necessarily have the greatest legacies individually. Steve Garvey, right? Yep. His legacy in San Diego is not strong, despite as big of a moment as the Padres have had. Plus Bob Melvin, who managed a club that made a National League Championship Series for the first time in, at the time, it was 24 years. He does not have a strong, legacy, I would say. He's certainly not Bruce Bochy in this town. No. That's understandable. But I would say he's probably an unlikable figure, especially now that he's managing Indiana West with the Giants. But I'd say most people would say he's unlikable that are Padres fans, would be my guess.
Well, he's taking the team farther than Schulte did, so.
See if Schulte can
and be better.
Exactly. Guys, Mova Globes, pick one up. All right. These guys have been with us for over a year. Great, great company. They have all 30 of the major league teams officially licensed, and these globes spin automatically with artificial and natural light. They're terrific products. They're officially licensed by Major League Baseball. This company is based in San Diego. This technology was invented in North County, in Cardiff by the Sea, and they're terrific products. There are no cords, there are no wires. They have so many other globes as well, like planetary globes and earth globes, and I don't even know. So you need to click the link in the description down below. Here's the thing. If you use promo code PWS10, you're getting 10% off these puppies. 10% off with promo code PWS10. Click the link in the description down below. That promo code's down below as well. PWS10. This is the perfect gift idea for the baseball fan in your life. It really is. Perfect gift idea for the baseball fan in your life. Great for a home or work office. If you haven't picked one up as of yet, great gift with baseball season back underway.
Yeah, get a mobile globe today for a bookshelf, shelf in your room, nightstand, a work desk, or just for yourself. Use our promo code PWS10 and pick up a mobile globe today.
That's right. You'll thank us later. Potentially. I think you will, because I think these things are awesome. Actually, real quick, I'm going to get my cards in a second, Jim, but
convert Rady Shell at SeaWorld into the never happening.
But just look at this real quick. Like, look at this. This thing's a beast. This is like the actual world.
Not really.
No, but I'm saying it's like a representation. It shows where everything is. Look at the back side of the world. Look how much ocean there is there. Hold on. Wait for it to come back around.
It's a lot of ocean, John.
Look at this.
That's the Pacific. It's a big ocean.
Look at that. It's psycho, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine sailing that thing.
I'm actually following this guy on TikTok right now that is sailing from Oregon to Hawaii.
Like, hell no, dude.
He literally quit his job, liquidated his 401k, bought a boat, trained, figured out how to like sail the boat. He got a kitty cat, and him and his kitty cat.
What do you mean a kitty cat?
Like he got a cat.
Why would that's like illegal? You can't bring your cat in some boat in the Pacific Ocean.
Of course you can.
He
quit his job and he's sailing to Hawaii, and he's gonna get to Hawaii when I'm there at the end of the month. And he's just gonna like be in Hawaii and like live there on his boat.
He's gonna be there when you're there, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could take him on the helicopter tour.
I might.
Seriously. He's probably driving your helicopter or whatever it's called, piloting it.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Fuji, for that super. With the super bout, I don't think they're going to convert Rady Shell or SeaWorld into an NBA or NHL arena, but I like the idea. Richard, thank you. He says, watch the first 2 innings of your game. Rockies kicking the ball around. How can Buddy Black stand it? Sad for me. Tony Gwynn never got a ring. This has nothing to do with Bud Black. They're completely sideways. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Rockies. I have no idea. Bud Black obviously won't be there beyond this year. I would assume he's going to last the year, because what are they going to do? Fire him? What's that going to do? So I think Bud Black is let go at the end of the year, because how could he not be? He doesn't want to be back. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for. Hold on a second here. Yeah, I feel bad for Buddy, but the last thing the Rockies should do is fire Bud Black and blame this on him, because this is
they know they can't do that.
No. And they got 2 managers in that dugout with Clint Hurdle and Bud Black. So it's like, just have those 2 guys, being the veterans that they are, try to teach these young guys how to be major leaguers, and just let the season play out, because there's no need to fire anybody here in season. If you're going to make a move in the offseason and go to a different direction, go for it. But to fire Bud Black in season here would be just a dumb move.
What happened in not that anyone cares, but you probably know. What happened in Nuggets Thunder?
Oh, Nuggets won in overtime, dude. It was wild.
But it was OKC like in position to win the game in regulation, or no?
Yeah, they were. And Aaron Gordon hit a corner 3 to tie it up with like 50 seconds left or something, or maybe less than that.
Have a better series.
And I had it on my phone during the show, and they go to overtime, and they just like went on like a 9-0 run or something late in that overtime. And yeah, they won that game. They're up 2-1.
Might win that series. Alejandro, thank you. Kenny's got another question. Bigger San Diego sports icon, Tony Gwynn or Junior Seau?
Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would say is if the Chargers, it's a different conversation if the Chargers were in San Diego. But I just feel like everything has been taken out of the sales of anything Charger related. Like, is Philip Rivers' legacy different if the San Diego Chargers still exist? Of course it is. It's just like everything has changed over the last, whatever that is now, 9 years. So I just think there's no affinity really for. I shouldn't say that. It's not that there's no affinity. There's absolutely people who like the Chargers. There's people here right now that watch the Chargers and support the Chargers. I guarantee it. But the civic pride, I don't know. I think a lot of that has changed. That dynamic has clearly changed over the last 8 or 9 years, where Tony Gwynn can never be taken out of the city. Like Mr. Padre, to me, that's a lot different of a conversation because the Padres are here. I just think everything's different with the Chargers since they've left.
Well, couple things. Tony never left. He was a Padre for life.
Yep.
Junior did leave, and where did he go? He went to the Patriots. Of all teams,
right?
The Patriots. And
he's from here, right?
Yeah, Oceanside. I believe he's from Oceanside. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just looking. He was born in San Diego, died in Oceanside. Yeah,
that's where he lived. And I do think the suicide from Junior Seau, like, that's tough, man. Mm-hmm. That is really tough. So yeah, it's Tony. I agree. Yeah. Honestly, when I think of sports legends in this town, like Seau, you have to like think about it real quick. Like I'd put Philip above of Junior, even though
I think that might be controversial.
Right. Even though, Seau helped the team go to the Super Bowl and he was, hometown kid and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it's a good question, but I think it's Tony Gwynn. Everyone watching here is a Padres fan, so I think most people would tell you.
Not even close.
Talent says Julie V, SD GOAT.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Yeah, of course, the San Diego State dynamic. Yeah, I think it's Tony as well.
Get your cards. Get your cards.
Okay, let me get my cards. Before I get my cards.
What?
I could get my cards.
Go get your cards.
Let me just pull up the underdog, bro. And then I'll get the cards. Guys, if you're looking for the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports, do it at Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get a free gimme pick and a 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Padres play again tomorrow, which means you can play Padre Pick'ems. What's that look like? It looks like Toddy hitting a home run, which Jim has guaranteed this series.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Merrill's hitting like 5 home runs. I know I need to pick players from at least 2 different teams. I'm going to say that Bradley Blaylock allows higher than 6.5 hits because his ERA is 9. Then I'm going to go to the NBA, and Jalen Brunson at home is going to score 59 points. And Jaylen Brown is going to score 23 points. If that all happens, $10 pays $463.
Okay.
And shoot, maybe Kristaps Porzingis scores 9 points, and boom, we're up to $800. So, like,
boom.
The point is, the more you play, the more you can win. You can literally win up to 1,000 times your money in a single night. All you have to do is use promo code PADSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. You'll get a free gimme pick plus a 50% deposit match up to $1,000.
Use the promo code here to download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use our promo code PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP. When downloading the Underdog Fantasy app, start playing, use our code, win money. You're welcome. Oh, no, I'm going to sneeze. Dude, I have been sneezing all freaking day. Maybe it's because it's supposed to be really hot tomorrow. And everything's just like blooming. And I'm just like dying over here. Can I get a bless you from Jesus in the chat?
I had to go in Jones's room because I gave him the common cards.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
You gave him the common cards?
Yeah, because I'm like these, All right,
Was he
so
hold on? Was he excited about it, or was he like, "This is stupid, Dad"?
he wasn't excited.
He thought they were stupid.
And I tried getting. I'm like, "Oh, I'll get you like a binder, and like we can like put the cards in like the binders." Like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
You
"What?"
need to get you need to give him a pack of cards so that he can open up the pack of cards himself and then see the
know.
cards in there.
Well, hold on, stand by. Let me show you one other thing.
Okay.
Has anyone ever gotten up more times during a show?
No, this is a
Jesus.
record.
All right,
up
so
more,
this
you
I bought him
can't.
the other day, like just one of these like sticker books, because people say this gets kids hooked because it has every team.
Yeah, it didn't.
Well, I haven't given it to him yet, but I got him
Oh,
like 4 packs of like NFL cards from 2024 in the sticker book. I did it for the NBA, and he kind of got into it, and now he's obsessed. It's like the Pacers suck. I'm like, relax. Like they're up 2 games to none. You know.
my condolences to Kristen.
So he kind of got into that. Yeah, my wife's obsessed with the Pacers. Long story. So then Jim today. So again, I'm going through this midlife crisis where I want to get back into card collecting since we all collected cards when we were like 10. And I have a 6-year-old son, and I feel like it would be a cool thing to do with him. So Jim bought me the old 59 pack. What did you buy today?
I have no idea what I got you.
Top Series 1 2025.
Yeah, I got you Topps cards because I thought that'd be, I don't know, whatever.
So here were the significant, what we think are arguably significant pulls. 3 Paul Skeens somethings. Something here. I don't know. Some card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some card.
There you go. There you go. It's a Paul Skeens Topps All-Star rookie card.
Now I haven't put them in like I mean, what are they worth? Do we know?
Did you get sleeves?
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet? I know I'm getting roasted.
Why?
Our card collector in the chat.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to talk to Coastal Card Collector, by the way, next week.
I know. What did I do wrong?
You
$1?
bought some
They're worth
Top
$1?
Series 1. I told you. Oh, they're worth $1.
I didn't know what to buy. I needed to get him to like do something because I know him. He would talk about it for the next 2 weeks and do nothing.
Correct.
And then he wouldn't do anything and he wouldn't buy anything. He's like, I'm over it.
Well, I'm going to a card show May 24th in San Diego. I've given this card show more promotion than like anything, but I want to go to a card show. So I would have bought. But anyway, if those cards are worth $1, then what are these things worth?
I don't know.
But we got all kinds of players. Is the point? But I gave these to my son.
Show them the triple card with like Judge and.
Okay, here's the one Padre in our 59 cards. Darvish.
Darvish.
On the
no,
IL.
Show the Soto and Judge card.
Soto and Judge.
Yeah, it's like a 3, like a triple card. Yeah, so that's worth like $150.
Is it though? That's where we need Coastal Card Collector.
He's like, you guys are idiots.
That's what I'm saying. Well, Coastal Card Collector, just so you know, I've been watching YouTube videos obsessively for 48 hours. So I feel like at this
Coastal
point,
Card Collector, we did not hit on any rainbow foil cards.
Hold on. Are these the rainbow foil? Ben Rice, Andres Jimenez.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone wants Christian Mania. Yeah, it's a good point.
I don't know what packs to get, and I don't know where to get them. And well, I don't want to get them. John doesn't know where to get them. Well, that's even better. That's a better card.
Which one's better?
Which one's a better card than the Paul Skeens card?
We do need John and Jim baseball cards. Coastal Card Collector, can you hook us up with that? The Ben Rice might be your best card. Jim.
I don't know.
Either do I. That's the problem.
I'm like, oh, cool. We got a Schwarber card. It's like worth 20 cents.
They're all worth 2 cents. But yeah, Bowman. Okay. We have a lot to figure out. I appreciate you picking them up, Jim. I really do.
Well, I had to start you somewhere, else you'd be talking about it for the next week, and I'd be so annoyed with you because all you'd be doing during the show would be looking at cards on your like.
Oh, yeah, wait. Doesn't Jeff design baseball cards? Didn't he like send us a design of like baseball cards?
Kind of.
We do need John and Jim cards.
Yeah, we do. We do. So We do need baseball cards. So it's a diamond parallel card, rookie card. Is Ben Rice a rookie? I'm so lost here.
Yeah, it's a rookie card, dude. It is.
Oh, so keep it.
I'll keep this. Coastal Collector, we keep it. What's this worth? $5?
Well, he's got to turn into something, right?
Turn into something. This guy's the next Aaron Judge.
Hold on. What's his stats this year? I got to know what he's doing. Hold on.
He's a Yankee, though.
I know. Stand by. All right. We got Ben Rice. He's a DH. You know what? Actually,
Yeah.
he's hitting 261 with a 913 OPS, 8 home runs. Problem is, he's already 26 years old. He played 50 games last year. So is he still a rookie?
It is. It says RC on it.
Oh.
I'm looking it up. This thing might be worth $3.
It might be worth $6.
There we go. There we go, Coastal Collector. Now we're talking.
Okay, Jeff. I'll send you some good pictures.
Well, we got the send him the official stuff of us smiling.
I will.
All right. Since we've been talking cards, you want to talk about whatever this means?
Yeah, ditch the card talk and give us backlash predictions. Yeah, hold on. I'm predicting Jacob Fatu retains the U.S. title. What else is on the card? Not like your card, but the card. Anything that matters besides Cena?
Are you asking me? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, the only two matches I care about are the Fatal 4-Way and the title. And John Cena is going to win. And what John Cena is going to do, I'm predicting. Oh, Gunther's also fighting. Yeah, Gunther is going to beat Pat McAfee, or at least like about to beat him, and then Goldberg's going to return tomorrow. Calling that right now. Oh, Dom and Penta. Dom's going to retain. Cena's going to retain. I think the way Cena wins is he just like turns to the ref after like a long match and then just like slaps the ref, and the ref does a DQ and he laughs in his face. Becky. I'm going to go with Lyra's going to win because Bailey's going to interfere and come back and beat the shit out of Becky. Correct.
I don't know what this means, Joshua. You guys picking up the new McFarlane Sports Picks featuring Fernando this series?
Excuse me?
Is that sports card talk?
I don't know.
Either do I. I seriously,
I'm not faking my nose sniffles. I'm legitimately dying.
I got to get serious this weekend on this card collection because I feel like there's other people out there with better collections than I have. Because I got a Ben Rice rookie card, but other people have like freaking like LeBron James rookie
card. So I spent $18 on a Ben Rice rookie card.
That might be worth $6.
When there were 3 Paul Skeens cards in there that worth nothing.
Yeah, exactly. That's factually correct. Let's do the shameless plug real quick. Guys, this is the last weekend. I think you can vote for us in the Best of UT Readers poll. Did I pin the link? I don't know if I ever pinned the link. I think I did. I didn't. But search Best of UT Readers poll. Click on that 6 more. It's very hard to do. You got to click on media, then scroll down. But once you scroll down, it takes 2 seconds. You just put your email address in, vote for John and Jim under Best Sports Talk Radio, and your vote is cast. And I think you can actually vote once per day from now through May 13th, which is 4 days away. So last weekend to vote. We appreciate your support of the channel of John and Jim. So if you wouldn't mind voting, I put a link in the live chat a minute or two ago. You can Google Best of UT Readers poll and vote for John and Jim. We appreciate you.
Please vote for us.
Please vote for us. Seriously.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Why make so many cards and put them in a pack of 59 when like 99% of them are worth nothing?
No, I'm still getting new. I'm new into it, but it's like a slot machine. 99% of the pull, it's like the cherries don't matter, but when you get the sevens, but you need the cherries because without the cherries, the sevens aren't as cool.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is that true?
I don't know. I got Pokemon cards over here. You want to show my Pokemon cards?
Sure, why not?
Now these aren't my like rare ones that I have. I have sleeves right here. You want a sleeve?
Well, yeah, but can you teleport it through the?
It's a Charizard sleeve.
I'll take it.
I believe I opened up this pack on the wrap-up show one night, and you're like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe you're opening up cards."
I think I did say that.
You did, and I got a Charmeleon right here. What's up?
Oh, very cool.
I got a Charmander. Hold on. Stand by. Charmander. What's up? I got a Magnemite. Oh, hold on. What's up? And then I got this Charizard. What's up?
Dude, I don't even know what those things are. I really don't.
Charizard.
I can't get into that. Even if I get hardcore collecting, I don't think I can do that.
Now I have way more cards, but I don't know where they're at. I think they're outside of my I don't know.
Dude.
Anyway.
You've got a nice little collection there.
This is not really a collection. These are just like random cards I had in my closet. But I have like way better cards somewhere else.
Did you put them in like cases and stuff?
Oh yeah, they're in cases, my guy.
This is a good question from Chad. For the UT Awards, they actually have a live award show that you guys will attend. No, you basically already know if you've won before the awards. We went one year. It was on
like the Midway.
It was on the Midway. That's right. And we got all dressed up. And by we got all dressed up, actually, like Jim got all dressed up and I looked like an idiot, I think.
You did.
But yeah, we somehow won twice.
But please vote for us. We can win a third time.
We need to get back on that boat, and then we can like celebrate with you all. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But somehow we can do that. All right. Is that going to do it, Jim?
That's going to do it, John.
That's going to do it. Join us Sunday night. We'll have a wrap-up show for you Sunday night. We'll recap the series. You guys know we don't do Saturday night because we're trying to stay married, not to each other, but in general. So we will catch up with you on Sunday night, and then, of course, on Monday on John and Jim. What does it look like this weekend, Jim?
They play the Rockies a bunch.
Mm-hmm.